So just about 2 weeks ago, Game Freak announced two Pokemon games coming out at the end of this year and the start of next year. And I just want to talk about my expectations for specifically the Diamond and Pearl remakes that are coming out at the end of this year. Because they're both Sinnoh games technically, but these are the main series of games. I think Legends of Arceus is kind of a spin-off, but it's done by Game Freak because they're more passionate about this. I don't know, really. People were saying there's no online for Legends of Arceus, so I think it's just a spin-off, and the Diamond and Pearl remakes are the main games. That's what I'm getting from all the reports anyway. But we're going to talk about what I want to see from the Diamond and Pearl remakes first, because, you know, these were my childhood, so I want to talk about what I want to see from their remakes, yeah? Let's get started, yeah? So I want them to use the Platinum speed, right? And I get it, alright? It's like, they're going to make updated engines and stuff like that. But you don't understand how slow Diamond and Pearl were when they came out. Like, I mean, I played Platinum first, so it hit home for me even more because I was used to Platinum speed when I played Diamond and Pearl. But they were so slow. Like, Platinum makes it bearable and makes it quick enough, but oh my god, Diamond and Pearl were slow, like extraordinarily slow. They just couldn't use the DS's power at the time. I don't know why there's such a difference, probably because they were better at optimizing it for the new systems by 2009. But holy shit, it was so slow. So if they have Platinum speed for the remakes, we should be grand. And it looks like they are basing it off Platinum's engine, because we see Pokemon that were only in Platinum and NPCs that were only in Platinum. So it looks like we're going to be grand. But just to be safe, you know, hopefully, we need to hope. Oh god, imagine if they were slow as Diamond and Pearl. That would be scary, man. That would be horrifying. But another thing would be to allow us to rematch gym leaders like we do the Elite Four, because I know there ain't gonna be a Battle Frontier, right? I've resigned myself to that years ago since Oras came out, but I do want to still be able to rematch the gym leaders like we were in the Battle Frontier and Platinum, right? Because you were able to rematch the gym leaders at, I think, some sort of cafe or chateau or something, and it was really good, right? They had leveled up Pokemon. They had a full team of 6, I think, even, or maybe a team of 5 or something. But it was really cool, and I hope they add those at least into the new games. You know, just the rematches and stuff. Let's be real, I just really want to rematch Voltner. But it will be really cool to have all the gym leaders have leveled up Pokemon for the rematch and have maybe a full team of 6. Because we're able to rematch the champion and the league and stuff. It stands to reason we should be able to rematch the gym leaders, especially if it was in the original game. Even if they're not going to have the Battle Frontier, they can still just implement it. So when you go back to the gym leaders, they just have their teams from the Battle Frontier, and you can just battle against them with their leveled up Pokemon. Like, I think that's reasonable enough to ask for, right? I think so anyway. Man, just let me battle Voltner more than once. Another thing, right? I know people are like, oh, well, let's have the Distortion World, or oh, maybe they won't do it, I'll be disappointed if they don't. But I got to be real, if they do implement it, and I don't think they will, but if they do implement it, the Distortion World needs to be the same it was when it came out, or at least still semi-complicated. It can't be a corridor like Ultra Space. That was too annoying and too simple, and it wouldn't stand today. I'd be furious if they turned the Distortion World into a straight corridor like they did Ultra Space. That was so annoying. I swear to God, especially now, because they're going for the traditional style in a 3D form, so they should have more time in their hands to recreate the Distortion World in a way where it doesn't have to be turned into a corridor like Ultra Space was. You know, I just honestly, man, it would ruin if they are going to do it that way. Just don't implement it. I'd rather not see it than have it turn into a corridor, to be honest, because that's the one big problem I have with Sun and Moon. The end of it, the amount of stuff they turned into a corridor that should have been a wide, at least somewhat expansive looking place, was just turned into a fucking corridor. And if they do that with the Distortion World, I'm going to have a big problem, man. Seriously, it's going to be really irritating. Oh god, and not even to mention the hotels and Sword and Shield. Like, if we don't have a background in the fight against Cyrus in the Distortion World, that is going to be fucking, oh my god, that's going to be crazy. Because imagine if we have, like, the hotels in fucking Sword and Shield, where they gave us like a white background, but in this sense it's like a purple mixture background instead of like an actual background. Imagine they do that, man. That would be so cheap. But I don't think they will, because it's a different studio, plus they have a lot of the existing assets, so they should be able to create a proper background for the Distortion World as well. I'm not expecting to have all the puzzle in. I'm not expecting that at all. I understand they want to make it simple enough, but you still need to make it look aesthetically better than a fucking corridor, honestly. But I'm looking forward to if they do include Platinum stuff, but I just really hope they don't turn the Distortion World into a corridor, man. Seriously. Another thing I noticed, people are pretty sure this is going to be in the game, but just to make sure, like, hopefully we get a Sinnoh Dex, man, because the Diamond and Pearl Dex was pretty small, only had about 2 fire types, man. Imagine that, man, if we were to have only 2 fire types. I mean, it wouldn't bother me, because I'm going to have Infernape, bro. Yeah, repping Infernape. Let's go. So it wouldn't bother me too much, but there are some cool Pokemon in the Platinum deck that we won't be able to get if we only do the Diamond and Pearl decks, and I think they are going to do that because people were saying there's an NPC that is for the Shaman event that's only in Platinum, so that surely means they're at least thinking of doing Platinum based stuff. So I'd say we're going to get the Platinum decks because they realized that, you know, Sword and Shield, although it had 400 Pokemon, people were pissed. So imagine if it went down to like 150 in the regional decks. That would not fly. It really wouldn't. Especially if the regional decks is all we're going to get. So I'd say they are going to use the Platinum decks. I honestly think this is going to be slightly more of a remake of Platinum than we actually think it might be. I'm looking forward to that personally, to be honest. We'll see how they go with it though. I honestly think they might put in the national decks, and I don't mean like, oh, the actual like 800 national decks or whatever. I just think they might put in the Sinnoh national decks, so we might get like the 400 Pokemon that were around at the time. I'm pretty sure they might do that because it's the same amount of Pokemon roughly that we got in Galar, and they're obviously able to do that. So I'd assume they're gonna do that, maybe changing and out some of the models or whatever. Like, maybe we won't get, I don't know. No, actually, because it's a national deck, so we'll get everyone up until Gen 4. They might put in the other starters just as a little treat, but I doubt it, because they didn't do that in Sword and Shield. So, but I at least hope we get the Platinum regional decks at the very least when we buy this game. Another thing, proper cutscenes, man. Like, I like the chibi style, okay? I really do. I appreciate the look. It looks pretty cool. Barry's hair needs to turn down the contrast a little bit, but other than that, it's grand, you know? But I feel like in bombastic moments like the Sky Pillar arc, or the start of the battle with Cynthia, or, you know, your first battle with your rival, or encountering all the legendaries and stuff, you really are going to need proper cutscenes like they had in Let's Go, or hell, even in Sun and Moon. And I actually don't know if they had them in Sword and Shield, actually. I don't think they did. I think they had a few in the league, but I don't think they did other than that. They had one at the start of the game when you encountered your Pokemon, and they had one against Eternatus, I think. But, you know, for the major cutscenes, I want like good proper cutscenes with relatively to scale models, because imagine if you're just top down, just like looking, your character's literally looking at the sprite of the character while they're talking, while there's a big event happening, like in the original games. That would not fly in today's landscape. It really wouldn't. They need to do at least proper cutscenes. Hell, they did it for Let's Go. Let's Go's cutscenes look amazing, man. When you meet Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos and all that, that looks class. And when you meet Mewtwo, they all look class. And I hope they put that same care and effort into doing it for the Sinnoh games. We can only hope, right? And then on top of that, speaking of cutscenes and stuff like this, let's have the legendary events, man. So basically in Platinum, and I'm pretty sure in Diamond and Pearl, instead of just handing you your mystery gift, you used to have to do the events to be able to acquire them. So I want that back, man. They were so cool when you used to have them, and you used to have to get Darkrai by going to an island and going through a story with this kid in his nightmares. Like, they were real cool. Or how you got Heatran, where there was a big story over the scientist guy from Galactic. Like, they were cool events to help us get the legendaries, but we don't have them anymore in these games. And if they put them back in for the Sinnoh games, that would be really cool. And we could also have small cutscenes like we did in Let's Go for when you encounter these beasts, specifically Darkrai, bro. No, but imagine a cutscene for Darkrai and Shaman, man. That'd be so cool. I'd be really happy with that, honestly, man. But one of the last things, though, one of the last things, but not the last thing I want to talk about, is the difficulty, right? Platinum and Diamond and Pearl are relatively quite difficult, right? They're not super hard, but you need to grind for the league, right? I always grind. Every playthrough I go through, I have to grind for the league, yeah? They have to keep that. Like, if they dumb it down, it's not going to be the same. It really ain't, especially Cynthia. And Bertha for me, bro. Bertha is so hard. I swear to God, as someone who picked Infernape, she absolutely slaughters me every time. But it's so good to have difficulty and have reason to play. Like, you're going to have people playing more when they have to play more to improve. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you dumb it down, it's not going to be the same experience. Especially Cynthia, because everyone knows how challenging she was in the original game. And if you ruin Cynthia, man, there's gonna be outcry, I swear to God. But man, I can't wait to fight Cynthia in the the remakes, bro. That's gonna be sick, and especially if she has the same team and same difficulty, that would be awesome, bro. But just hopefully they keep the difficulty, man. That would be real bad if they didn't. I think this is the simplest want I have in this video, because you don't have to change literally anything, just keep it the same. On that note, please keep the XP share the way it was in Platinum. Don't change it, or sorry, Platinum and Diamond and Pearl. Don't change it to how it is in Gen 8, please. Please, I'm asking, please. One thing that could be different and wouldn't be very faithful, but I think they might do, is the new forms, right? Because they need something to market it. And I don't necessarily think we're going to get new megas. That would be cool and all, but I don't think we're going to get new megas. What I really want from these games is just new primal forms for the two legendaries like we got for Kyogre and Groudon. I don't have much to say on this. I just think it would be super cool to have Primal Dialga and like Primal Palkia. Because these are like the original trio, right? Or the original trio of Pokemon, right? So, you know, they were created by Arceus to create space and time or whatever. So they would have to have evolved somewhat over time, right? To have primal forms they were originally like. That'd be sick, would it not be? I think that'd be really cool. And obviously it seems like we're going to get megas from all the toy listings and that type of jazz. So we are probably going to get megas. I doubt we're going to get new megas, but we're going to have some megas, which means we should probably also have primal forms. But I think we're going to get 3 new primal forms in this game, hopefully, just to show what they were like originally. That'd be really, personally, I think that'd be really cool. It was sick with Groudon and Kyogre, because I didn't really like Groudon before, but when he got his primal form, he looked so cool, man. The black really suited him, and Kyogre looked really ancient. Yeah, like ancient Alpha Ruins. It was really nice. It was really fucking cool to see that on those Pokemon. I hope we get the same with Dialga and Palkia, and even Giratina. Although I don't know, they might just change one of his forms into a primal form instead of actually giving him a new form. I'd say that's what they might do. But lastly, I know I've been talking a lot about them keeping the game relatively similar, but there are a few things I want them to change and to add in before to the new games that are in newer games in this generation. Stuff like Wonder Trade, right? Because Wonder Locks are a major part of my Pokemon playing time, right? I play Wonder Locks with my friends all the time. We do races. We're like, let's Wonder Lock the Pokemon, bro, and do races and stuff, and that's what keeps us playing those games, actually. So if they don't have Wonder Trade, that's probably going to cause a lot of people to not get so invested in these games, because they can't do their little challenges or whatever that they like to do with Wonder Trade. Obviously it's not going to kill it, but it'd be really nice to have. And obviously modern Wi-Fi features. I know we all want the is it PPS or PSS? I can't remember, but the X and Y system, but I don't think so. But at least get Wi-Com, because it is much simpler than having to go to the Pokemon Center to do it. Personally, I think anyway. Doing it wherever you want is very handy. Stuff like I don't think we're gonna get the Pokemon box back, but even if we get it in the post game, that'd be pretty cool, just so I can change my team for online battles, or even allow you to change your team before you accept a match for online. That would be pretty neat, personally. Yeah, I mean, they're really just maybe expand the underground a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that anyway, because they had that in the trailer. So I'm hoping they do expand the underground. I didn't do much in the underground, so I really want to try this for the first time, so it's probably gonna seem, I mean, I did do stuff in the underground. I mean, it's hard to say, because I did do a lot in the underground when I play it now, but I didn't when I first played it, so I can't remember how I felt about it. I know it's not as in-depth as Oras is with their secret bases, but I hope they do put in some effort into making it more like it was in Oras for the secret bases in the way for underground, right? That'd be really cool. I personally think so anyway. That's the last thing I really want from these games. They look really cool. I love the chibi style, to be honest. As long as we get proper cutscenes, I'll be a-okay with the with the chibi style. But just turn down the contrast on Barry's hair, man. Come on, like, seriously. He looks like he bleached his hair an extra shade of fucking blonde, man. He needs to get that checked. No, but it looks really cool, and I like how it looks. Legends, I'm gonna do my hopes and stuff on Legends at some point. I don't know, maybe. I don't know if I have enough to talk about for Legends, because we haven't seen a lot and it's completely new, and I don't really want to get my hopes up, you know, because it might be completely different to what we're thinking. That was just a trailer. We didn't see much. There might only be one town. I heard someone talk about that recently, and I was like, oh shit, I hope there's more than one town. But we don't know how Legends is going to turn out, but we have some idea of how this is going to turn out, so I wanted to talk about what I wanted, you know.